Good morning, this is Tanya. This is the week of August 6th, 2023. We are in the week of August already. Wow, okay. As I keep saying, time's flying. Um, and yeah. This week is going to be from the cards and from the crystal, a great and optimistic week. Kind of like last week. Last week did have a couple unexpected bumps, but nothing too much that wasn't resolved. I hope that was the same for all of you as it was for me. This week is a great week for me because I will be celebrating my 15-year wedding anniversary with my husband Matt, who has a cool YouTube channel, You and Your Horror Movies. So, yes, and we are preparing for the event, which he's a guest at a convention called Sci-fi Horror Fest here in Vernon, New York. So, if you are a horror fan and you're anywhere near Vernon, New York, or look up the, oh gosh, I cannot think. Vernon Downs Casino, there we go. Check it out. It's a nice casino, a nice little quaint area, and a nice convention that is the second year at the location that's growing. So we're prepping for that, but so exciting news, something to look forward to. As you know or watch from my previous videos, I am a huge horror fan. Of course, as I am with my husband. My husband has over 5,000 movies. So yes, by default, my collection too. Kind of have to say the same for my 60 plus tarot and oracle decks. That's ever growing by the moment. I have some coming in this month and next month. So yes, that collection will ever be growing. And you'll probably see more unboxings or reviews and discussions in the future. And also with that, I do want to thank you all for watching. Give my channel a chance. It is greatly appreciated. I love to show my decks, my collection, my crystals, of course, my passion, but I also like to share my knowledge, my gifts, and help others. So this helps me treat a nice, more reasonable therapy versus having to pay for a therapist. So that's why tarot, oracle, and crystals are great aids, tools to work with in our daily life. And now, without rambling and further to ado, this is the crystal for this week. It's kind of hard to see in the picture, but it's a gorgeous smoky citrine, which I have gotten several years ago at Sticks and Stones, as I mentioned if you watch any of my previous videos, in Waterville, New York, from John. His crystal collection is amazing, extremely reasonable, and his knowledge of the crystals, especially having to do with the geology, their makeup and such, is invaluable. And he has one of the coolest stores ever. It's just like so much cool stuff. An amazing selection of Herkimers. So if you're anywhere, again, near Waterville, New York, also here in central New York, or ever traveling, give it a chance. It is amazing. And so smoky citrine this week, of course, you can see the smoke right here at the bottom. Citrine itself and the smoky citrine is saying this week it brings a lot of light and to light, positive, healing, and healthy energy into our lives. And like the sun energy, since we're in summer, which I hope you're all having a great summer. I know I am. I'm enjoying this heat. I'm a big summer person, my favorite season, and I love the heat. Otherwise, I'm usually pretty freaking cold. So, this smoky citrine is indicating that it is great for cleansing and balancing and removing negative energy from our energetic fields, our auras, our minds, our feelings, or those around us. If we have draining people, draining jobs like I do, or situations, it's a great balancer. It's also a great road opener, meaning it brings it definitely can be used to manifest or open up new opportunities, ideas, paths, or to clear up any blockages or stagnation in our lives. So this week it's indicating that because this week's cards to go along with this crystal, should I say, are from the left, the flowers of the night oracle is hope. The center is from the Pythia oracle. by Lila and Olive. You cannot really see the wording because it's at the bottom underneath. However, that's a lovely foxglove. Wow, I really cannot talk. I'm just one of those days. Whatever. So, no surprise if you watch any of my other videos. That's Tanya. Tanya's all over the place, but yeah. So, it is Foxglove. A lovely card, as you can see here. Again, mentioned, I cannot rave enough about this deck. She is lovely, feminine, beautiful, but very straightforward. The guidebook I do advise to use, though, because the poems in it are very insightful. The words are good and straightforward, but again, the guidebook is amazing on this deck. And of course, real quick, look at this lovely backing. She's beautiful. So, beautiful deck. So check out, as I mentioned, give a plug out to, and a shout out to Lila and Olive. They have many amazing and lovely decks. And also look up the Flowers of the Night. Now this one is one I've been recently doing for the weekly readings and starting to do for polls. And will be using in the near future for client readings is the Tarot by Mr. Freiborg. Look at how beautiful this deck is. This lighting in here does not do it justice. It's got lovely hues of pink in the background and little pops of color. So this is a deck, as if you watch any of my previous recent videos. It is a deck with all skeletons and skulls and based on old Italian imagery. Now, it's also a pip deck, which I don't work with as much, but again, I love the actual imagery in the pips or the minor arcana. So again, I recommend this deck. She is very lovely and has a very vintage feel to her. Of course. So again, if you're looking to expand your collection for something that's classy, yeah, possibly maybe used for the Halloween time frame. If you work in the underworld energies of myself or death, it is an amazing recommendation and very reasonable. Guidebook is small, but it does have a few jumping off things which do make sense. So that overall, I'm getting rambly here, but this week, besides the crystal, with the obvious, is that the hope in the Nine of Cups. There is a lot of good, a lot of the faith. Wow. To have faith and to stay on your course and your path. Small wins and good news are on the horizon. So hold in there, hold your strength, continue on your path or your course, and what you have been doing is definitely going to be working. You're going to have a lot of small wins and things are going to start to manifest, as indicated by the smoky citrine and by the Nine of Cups here. So, and of course the hopes are together. Still have hope, have faith, stay on your course, continue to work, but also continue to put forth effort. It's just going to be small wins and small things at this time, but you are definitely going to notice a more of an influx of positive energies and new perspectives and feelings. So again, that's a great thing compared to what's been continuing happening this year. It may still be happening, I believe. We're still not out of the woods, as they say. But again, a great indicator for another great week for the most part. Newer things, big or small, to start showing up in our lives. We all need that. We all need prosperity, love, healing, joy, small laughs, things getting fixed, things letting go. Yes, so look at the great things in this life and take those blessings and those small wishes that are showing. And also have hope for yourself at this point. It's just the foxglove there, which says unspoken and unsummoned, as I mentioned, you cannot see. Does indicate, however, that there is a potential for a small disagreement or a small argument in a situation. The best advice that the card in the guidebook gives is to not join it. Do not answer the call. When that comes up, just let it be. Don't say anything because there'll be an unsummoned situation. Don't join the party. Don't join the call. Just let things be and just shrug it off, shake it off. That's what I'm going to do. Probably pertains to my job and my usual situation. But But that's no surprise. Again, that's a long contemplation and meditation and thing I have to work on and continue to work on to figure out what my course of action is, just like everything else. So with all of this, I hope you all are having a great summer. As I mentioned, a great week. Again, as I mentioned, it's going to be a great week for me. I know it will be regardless. And again, thanks for watching. Check out my Instagram, Little Miss Girl All 79. Check out my husband's YouTube channel. You enjoy horror movies if you're a huge horror fan or collector of that stuff, which again, fucking amazing. Pardon my language. And also check out my Facebook card reading page for Under a Dark Moon Tarot readings. And with that, I hope you all have a great week and blessed be.